In the coming day, Jesus Christ will return to the earth as the millennial Messiah, or the second coming.
I have faith that the Constitution will not be saved in Washington.
Travis Wayne Goodsell. So, I've already covered today's sign in heaven. So this is for tomorrow's big sign in heaven. Over Washington, D.C. The devil's horns on the back of the devil's horse. Partial solar eclipse. And I've gone over with you guys over the years how the ancients interpreted this. The right eye of Horus, the Christ of the Egyptians, is for government, is for men, husband, father. It's for the sun. The moon, left eye, religion, the wife, women, mother, church. Anciently, the King of Kings, Lord of Lords, was both government leader and religious leader in a theocracy. And yes, I said it exactly the way that they intended it to. That's why you guys have all been screwed up by Christianity. And is that partially why I'm losing my audience? Because I'm getting bolder in every video exposing how Christianity is a fraud and you fell for it? And instead of going, oh, wow, I should probably learn the truth, learn about the Jews, instead you're offended, or you're ashamed and you run away and hide. Really? Or are you a denialist, a hater of mankind, wanting to impose Christianity on all of the stupid around the world? Sorry, all you had to do was read, and you would have learned, hey, the Bible, it's Jewish. Book of Mormon, oh, it's Jewish, and it says the Bible is Jewish. Oh, Joseph Smith, it says both the Bible and the Book of Mormon are Jewish, and therefore he says he's Jewish too. And in fact, he takes it a notch up and says he's the Jewish Christ, Messiah ben Joseph. As the Book of Mormon says that Joseph Smith Jr. is Messiah ben Joseph. And thus the Bible is preaching of Joseph Smith, who comes to prepare the world for the coming of the Mormon, a mortal human male, who would be Messiah ben David, which is all over everywhere. Everything is prophesying about him. And all you had to do was simply run the test. Or are you still waiting for Jesus, who has failed to show? Jesus is a no-show. Nelson, he's been taunting and teasing you his whole term in office, saying in the coming days, in the coming day, in the coming days, in the coming day. Oaks would back him up after he failed to show in a coming day after October conference in the Christmas devotional First Presidency message. Every single day we're getting closer to the coming of Jesus. And here we are 6 months later and still no Jesus. Where's Jesus? He's supposed to be here. He's supposed to be mass murdering people and cooing the government. Where is Jesus? But the Jewish Christ He's been here the whole time. The day and the hour of his coming that all Jews recorded, he showed on that day, 23rd September 2017. So where's Jesus to fight this Jewish Christ? Bring it on, Jesus! Bring it on! Where is he? He's a coward. He's a buck. He's taking a piss. Right, El God, or no, not, botched that one. The God Yah versus the priests of Baal. See, Nelson knows that Hebrew is made up of smaller Hebrew words, as he failed but illustrated the point in 2017 when he talked about Elijah and its meaning from Hebrew. It's the God Yah. But nonetheless, he knew that it was two words from Hebrew that make up the bigger word in Hebrew. And yet, Israel, really, you just pulled another word that is not found in the word of Israel to replace the word that is in Israel, prince. Prevail? What the hell? Nobody is dumb enough to put prevail in the meaning of Israel. Nobody. Mormons knew Nelson is a fraud and a false prophet because of all the errors he's made at the pulpit of conference that I fixed in the footnotes, in the revised footnotes of the scriptures, but they rejected them. They want falsehood preached to you through the scriptures so that you stay stupid. They don't want you to learn. They don't want you to know the truth. All you had to do was read, and you would know they're a false prophet. All you had to do. And so now you're offended with it, with me exposing it. You're ashamed that you've been led astray in the great and abominable church of Lucifer. Baby name meaning. And so Stanford has a question concerning baby name meaning of Goliath, and some other stuff with the battle with David. And no, the baby name meanings for Goliath are all wrong. They pulled a Nelson concerning Israel. Goliath is two words, and the first one, Gaul, you should have caught on to another Hebrew word with Gaul that has nothing to do with the meanings that are given. Golgotha? Does that sound familiar? Yeah. And so the ayeth, the yod in Babylonian Semitic Hebrew phonemes, is the Heliopolis creation glyph, which you can find in Genesis chapter 1 for Yah, the Hebrew God. The T at the end is the X of Chi in Greek. And so the Chi Rho of Constantine, yeah, that's the latter day solar eclipse, where the crossroads of the sun god finish off the 3 days of darkness over the United States of America last year. And so Yah of the cross is being more precise, because Ishmael in meaning is the name of Yah is the sun god. So Yah is Amun, the Egyptian sun god at noonday. Amun El, Emmanuel. And so with Gal at the front of the word for Yah of the crossroads for last year, this year has directly what to do with what's going on right now, tomorrow, but today also. See, yesterday I did today's sign in the heavens for you about how it had the moon for religion. Remember? Don't forget. These are factual information that must be plugged in to everything to understand correctly. And it's at the capstone of Saturn. The delta symbol on the back of the white horse, Pegasus, in Pisces, the fish. For David has the capstone, slaying Goliath. And that's why Stanford is continuing on under that theme. And so today is more of the Goliath part of the symbol, or tomorrow is the Goliath part of the symbolism. The devil's horns on the devil's horse. Today is David. Tomorrow is the devil. The battle between good and evil. The battle between the church of the Lamb and the church of the devil. That's why yesterday when I was talking about it, there's multiple interpretations, because we are separated from government and religion. And so there's a government interpretation and there's a religious interpretation, both having to do with the son of governing. The religion has a government too. And so there was also a Trump interpretation for yesterday, just as there is or today. Should wait till tomorrow to do this video. Just as tomorrow, there's a Trump interpretation. Specifically because tomorrow it goes right over Washington, D.C. Trump, I don't recommend you try looking at it again, like you did in 2017. You dumbass! Put the glasses on. No, I don't need glasses to look at the sun. Trump acts like a victim in grade school who was bullied. Yeah, if you put your tongue on a frozen pole, it won't stick whatsoever. Do it, I dare you. Or the modern day version of kill yourself challenge. What's the new kill yourself challenge this week? Oh, it's Tide Pod again. And there are people who are that stupid. And then they get rushed to the emergency room and everybody else laughs at you because you were so stupid. There are people that evil. And Trump pretends like he's a tough guy of stupidity. I can do it. Watch me. Put on the glasses. Don't be stupid. And so, to further help explain, we're going over Revelation chapter 19 to understand why it's war. Verse 11, and I saw heaven opened, which means this is a sign in the heavens. He's looking at his Urim and Thummim. He's rocking a hat. All of you laughed and mocked at Joseph, who was playing with Martin Harris to babysit him. Joseph Smith Jr. was the babysitter of Martin Harris, and so Martin Harris thinks it's fun. Oh, do it again, Joseph. Okay, whatever. While the real big boys were making the Book of Mormon to warn us of right now, and not a single Mormon believes it. They have the Book of Mormon and they spit on it and burn it. Say, bleep you, Jesus! Jesus is coming. He'll be here. You just wait, Travis. He's gonna beat you up. You and that Jewish Christ. See? Just like the god Yah against the priests of Baal. I mock you. And Mormons get offended. I don't like your tone. Wah. You were stupid because you're illiterate. It was real easy. When Nelson gets up and quotes a scripture as he supposes, check him. Dear God, check him. Don't just let him say it. And then the Mormons that work in the church office building then change the manuals so that you will never know. Check him. When he says, yoke yourself to Jesus. Check him. Check him. Look for it. You won't find it. He made it up. He's changing scripture. Now run the test. Is it true to change the scripture? Did you not already run the test on the scripture itself to find out if it was true or false? He's changing it. If the original scripture is true and Nelson's changing it, guess what? He's false. Chief cornerstone of the cornerstone, huh? He changed it. If the original is true, Nelson is false. Dear God. Test them. Check the scriptures. That's what I did when Oaks came out with the third death threat for you. For you. I'm trying to save your lives, and you're offended. I want Jesus. Jesus will show you, Travis. You're mean. Where is he? Last year, for this big event that all the world saw together, in case you're unfamiliar with that prophecy of it, that was fulfilled, I had a person who was sending me death threats. Jesus is coming to murder you on that day, Travis. I'm still standing better than I ever did, picking up the pieces of my life without you on my mind. A great song. Oh my God, I never want to see that music video ever again. We need to burn it. I mean, seriously. Women, beautiful. Men, oh my hell, what the hell was he thinking creating men? Ugly. Blech. Blech. Ugh. Ugh. I don't know how a woman can tolerate a man. They're just so ugly. Ugh. Ugh. I mean, yeah, I fully understand lesbianism. But, men? Ugh. 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 You probably never saw his music video, right? So you have no clue what I'm talking about. I mean, it's the same as the FLLAOMACQ, I don't know, whatever the letters that they combine together are. They have a thong song video. Ugh. 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 Yuck. Gross. That's porn. The real porn is men, not women. Women are innocent and pure and wholesome and delightful. Men, ew, porn, evil. They should be banning that in Utah, not women. YouTube should be banning men's channels, not women's channels. Anyway, way off topic, aren't we? But it is Lucifer's doctrine that porn is evil. And so women should cover up and hide, because Father is going to see your kids naked. Daddy sees you naked. Why aren't you covered up and hidden? It's just so creepy, Mormons. Especially with all the sex abuse going on here in Utah. Dear God. So, back of the white horse. Somebody's sitting on it. Hey, it's the sun from verse 12. Faithful and true, and in righteousness doth he judge and make war. And so this is what's going on in the symbolism last year and this year. And so if there was not verse 17, verse 11 would mean something completely different. But because you've added an eclipse, now it's the reverse meaning. And because of this year being the devil's horns on the back of the devil's horse over the cornerstone now, where the sun is. See, the moon was at the capstone of Saturn today. Not yesterday. Today. Tomorrow, the moon moves into the cornerstone position for the sun. And it's eclipsed. And it's a partial eclipse for the devil. And it casts its shadow over Washington, D.C. Not a coincidence. Especially since the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints have been plotting and planning all of this and having Trump ordered to do their will. Sister Jessica leaked Oaks. It is a fact that this church is the enemy. You wouldn't listen to me, so listen to Sister Jessica. She is a woman, therefore pure, wholesome, delightful, and etc. Not porn. Nelson, porn. Jessica, innocent, pure, white. Laban. He can't miss my videos. He will not understand. can't repeat everything in every single video, obviously. And Mormons think they're going to own me by taking advantage of that. Oh yeah, well, Travis, you see, tithing involves... You will not win an argument with me. You do not know your scriptures. Don't even try it. You will get humiliated. You are going up as a priest of Baal against the God Yah. You will not win. And so the reason why this is not tomorrow, that this was last year, is because of all that is combined here. And the one thing that is missing this year is the Lamb. Jupiter, from Revelation chapter 12, is the Christ. And last year, he was in the Ram constellation of Aries. This year, he's not. That's the difference. That's why Revelation 19 was last year, not tomorrow. Because Jupiter is now at the top of Taurus, the bull's head, on the crown, for the transfer of authority from the great and abominable church to him. And since we've identified the great and abominable church as President Russell Marion Nelson, baby name meaning too, the church has to hand it over to the Mormon, who is the Christ, the Jewish Christ, the son of David, Messiah ben David, Emmanuel, the man like Moses, the head of the Church of the Lamb. There are only two churches, Mormons. You chose wrong. Are you offended, or are you just ashamed and run away and hide? Because you don't want to learn the truth because my beaten tone doesn't feel good to you. You don't have to mock us. You can flatter, pacify, and deceive us like my psychologist tells me to do after raping me. Just sick and wrong. Again, another psychologist in Utah. And still they keep pushing that, oh, well, you need the positive psychology. Are you not getting it yet? How many more psychologists and treatment centers have to fall until we get it? Dear God. You are in bondage, Mormons. Trying to free you from bondage, and you don't want to. I don't want to be free. I like this bondage. It's better than being Travis with his tone. Wah! There are consequences, and you don't like the consequences. You want to do what you do, but you don't want the consequences of doing what you do. And then you get upset with the consequences. Stop doing what you do. Duh. It's all over scriptures. And you miss it because you don't read. Reading is fundamental. Now the Department of Education is gone. Everybody's being stupid. Okay. Breathe. Woosah. The Will Smith woosah, not the Martin Lawrence woosah. Perfect illustration of how psychology is evil. Perfect. And though others have used the clip on YouTube, I can't use it. Yes, you do know what the bleep you're talking about. Get her, Martin, get her. Get her. Get her. She's evil. Get her. You're not getting quality time with your wife. Get her. And so all of this is about the marriage supper of the Lamb. Zion, the Exodus. So, yeah, we're pretty much done. That's it. All of this jovialness inside of the video, all I could have said at the beginning, well, I could have just shown you the picture here. That's it. There you go, pictures. Oh, wow, yeah. Deep. Yeah, you don't need explanation. You know it all. Got my beaten tone ruining it for you. This is the bad delta. Today is the good delta. Good delta. Tomorrow, bad delta. Symbolizing fall, war, and it falls back on them as Purim, the law of Purim from the book of Esther. That the weapon that is designed to murder the righteous is the weapon that is used against the creator of it. From the law of the Jews, Deuteronomy 19:19. False accusers get the punishment for the falsely accused. And so thus the curse of Joseph Smith is also looming over Nelson. And Nelson is on his deathbed. As Mars, his symbol, is there on the shoulders of the dead, but resurrected, brother. He has the keys of resurrection. Oaks doesn't. And so yes, Mars is more prominently on the shoulders. And I should probably see if I have that picture for tomorrow, or if it was just today. So the 6th of March. Would have to be, I think this was for yesterday. Yeah, or today, oh my hell. So we need to do another one for today of where Mars is. Alrighty, that's it. So, yes, the church version, it's a death sign for Nelson, but also a death sign for Oaks and Holland, who are also there. Saturn is Holland, Irene too. Ooh, wow, yeah. Oaks is Venus, and Irene is Mercury. They are they are the other planets that I've been paying attention to. So that when Ballard died, he was Saturn. And so the death sign for him showed him as Saturn. And so that's why Holland, therefore. And because of the first presidency message, number 3, death threat, yeah, it wasn't by Nelson. Nelson's on his deathbed. He had no part of it. It was Oaks and Holland and Irene. And not necessarily Holland, because Holland is Saturn further away on the back of the white horse. So just the 2 first presidency on the back of the white horse, warring against Mormons, saying we're going to murder you. iron and oaks. Real simple. And I probably should have gone over that one at the beginning with you too. Because you don't believe. Prove it. Joseph Smith translation, Revelation chapter 12, verse 1. And there appeared a great sign in heaven, in the likeness of things on the earth. Signs in the heaven, in the likeness of things on the earth. Jewish Kabbalah, learning of the Jews. Ta-da! That's where I get it all from. All you had to do was believe and read. And you didn't, so you don't. You can't just cram the knowledge when it comes up. I saw this all these latter days. I saw this all growing up. When something happens, Mormons then think they can rush to the scriptures to try to find something to explain it. You can't, because you never bothered to do your research in advance. You weren't prepared. See, me, I'm prepared. I obeyed as a kid. The one thing I did obey. Not tithing and fast offering, or fast Sunday. Hell no. I'm a kid. I'm 8 years old. I'm keeping my money to go buy the candy cigarettes at the 7-Eleven at the corner store when we would move there for high school. 8th grade, technically, and into high school. And so, yeah, Placentia, no, I didn't. Well, in Placentia, I used my money for the baseball, the bubble gum that at the baseball field. They had a little shack there for people, concessions and stuff. And so, yeah, I would buy the bubble gum there, read the comic strip, try to buy the sea monkeys or whatever they were scamming me with, and I would never get it in the mail. So, I mean, you got to just trust the scriptures, but you got to use Jewish interpretation, and it all just magically works out. It takes time to learn all of this. And so, yes, it's frustrating for me because I'm having to, in every single video, explain everything because you have never bothered your whole life. Line upon line means what it says. You can't wait until you're near death and then go, oh, here's a scripture. I wonder if that means anything. Because then you pull what Nelson pulled and you get exposed as stupid. Don't do that. And you do it anyway, just to spite me. And you're not spiting me, you're only hurting yourself because the church is about to murder you. That's the countdowns. That's why I do the countdowns that I do. And I think that's more for the Stanford comment reply to explain those countdowns for you, because people aren't getting it. See, the one countdown, that's for Passover. We need to be free, or we're all doomed. The Oaks countdown, yeah, that's his death threat. Oh, but if you're righteous, you'll be resurrected. Jesus, coming day. Just keep waiting. Have faith. Trust in the Lord. And you'll be dead. Stop drinking the Kool-Aid.